Really? Is this what it's come to? Huh, liberals, snowflakes, left, Democrats, fake phony liberal media. Is this what it's come this is what it's come to now? Just employing a whole bunch of ladies to run around screaming, going crazy, chasing men up elevators, shouting at them, talking about some, why won't you listen to me? Why won't you turn around? Is it your goal and objective to ignore women? Is it your now see this is this is this is where I think you go from a practical, reasonable thinking person and start transitioning into irrational, impulsive, emotional. And I don't see how this is a winsome tactic. I really don't. I mean, if I just step back, let's just say I didn't possess a high level of intelligence to be able to see what's going on around the United States. Let's just say I was a neutral guy, uninformed, not involved in politics, and I looked at the way that the Conservative Party and the Liberal Party is conducting themselves and asked myself, which one of these parties would I want to be associated with? Huh? Yeah. I mean, would I want to be associated with the ones that's like, welcome to the jungle, we got fun and games? I mean, just going crazy, screaming, yelling at people, chasing them down the hallways, jumping on elevators, and thinking that this is going to win over some type of sympathy, empathy, understanding, or change? Or would I want to be associated with somebody who can sit back, look at a situation, reasonably bring some facts, some data, and have a discussion? Probably the second one. But I guess this is the go-to with the left now. And if I was them and I was a neutral party, say they called me and said, you know what, we need a consultant, somebody who could come in and help us rearrange ourselves and make ourselves a little more presentable to the public. First thing I'd do is say, how about this? Go out there and shut all of those people up who's screaming at these politicians. And they're all women. They're all women. And the voices right now, and there's nothing against women, but women have higher pitched voices. And I think they specifically find the ones with the highest screeching voices they can find. Because all I hear when I watch this is, why are you listening? Why aren't you listening to me? You know what? Is this your goal to walk away from a woman? How dare you turn your back on a woman? Now, they're doing this to all men. Okay, if they know anything about men, doing that is not going to get the best result. You know what that does? That puts them in the mind frame of, say, if they're married, most likely there's been times with their wife was like, you ever seen that commercial, the NFL commercial, the Bud Light commercial, where the referee is on the sideline and the coach is upset over a call he makes and he's screaming at the ref. He's like, how dare you, mother, bleep, bleep, bleep. And the ref is just sitting there like, and the commentators are like, oh my God, Jim, how can he just take such abuse? I wonder where in the heck did he learn to be so calm in this situation? And the next scene, they show him, the referee, sitting on the couch and his wife is right in his ear like, you'll never listen to me anymore. All you gotta do is take the trash out, huh? And would it kill you some time to tell me I look good? And it shows that he had developed the ability to just become numb because his wife was in his ear just screaming. Well, see, when I hear that, it puts me in that mind frame. It doesn't make me want to go, yeah, sure, tell me your problem. Let's talk about it. It makes me want to shut down and say, I don't want to hear anything you have to say until you calm down and become sensible. It would be like a whole bunch of kids, and I know this because I work with kids, coming up to you and like, I want to, you're not going to hear anything they're saying. All you're going to do is go say, look, calm down, okay, simmer down. Now, what happened? And I think they think this is a good tactic, and it's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. It's not a good look, and it's going to backfire on them because you know what this does? This starts to make the fabric of our society, our ability to reason, converse, work out differences, communicate. It breaks it down. It breaks down all the fundamental principles of communication. I'm going to give the left a quick lesson in the art of communication. See, there's three ways you can talk to somebody. You can either talk to them child to parent, you can talk to them parent to child, or you can talk to them peer to peer, okay? And what they're doing right now, unleashing these mobs to run around and scream and yell and don't want to hear nothing, and just going to shame these men into, I guess what, changing their mind. Everybody's not a Jeff Flake, okay? So this is what it comes down to. When you try to communicate child to parent, Now you're playing the victim. Nobody wants that. If you're a grown man or woman and somebody come up to me, you like, man, you don't never listen to me. Well, I got to always be the one to do stuff. Nobody ever listen. Right then, you're thinking, I feel like I'm talking to a child, okay? If you're talking to a parent to child, that's still not a good look. Because now you're like, you know what your problem is? You need to get yourself together. That's what you need to do. What were you thinking? Now all of a sudden, if you're a grown, mature man or woman, and somebody's talking to you like that, you're thinking to yourself, you're not my parent. You're talking to me like you are. And the same thing, if you're a grown, responsible, clear-minded person and somebody's screaming and talking about, you don't listen to me. Now you're going, you sound like a kid. And I don't want to feel like I'm your dad. I don't want to feel like I'm your mother. Talk to me like an adult. But when you talk peer to peer, you exchange ideas. You ask questions. You give feedback. Things like that. Things like that make our society function properly. Because where do you think you're going with this? Do you think this is something that the average American wants to embrace in our society? The tactics of gathering together a whole bunch of loud, screaming activists, mostly women at this point, and making them chase people around and scream at the top of their lungs, all in unison. It's like their orchestra, a band of nothing but chaos. Yeah, can't hear one individual. They ain't even got a spokesperson. It's just like 15 different people. I'm like, okay, which one of y'all speaking for everybody? I can't, look, what, you sit there. All right, now, you know what, how about this? Everybody shut it up, shut it up. I'm walking away. And they're trying to bait these men into turning around, giving them the finger, turning around, saying, will you all shut up, you bunch of screaming women? Look what he said, he hates women. You know, all of these things, these are such phony, fake tactics. And all they're doing is embarrassing the Democratic Party, and it's making reasonable people in the middle say, I don't want to be associated with this type of activity. If this is the direction that they're trying to go in with the tactics because they've exhausted all their resources and their dirty tactics, if this is where they're going, if this is the next level of getting your way from the left, the Democratic Party, the progressive movement, who wants to be a part of that? Not me. I'm telling you, I ain't got the patience for it, y'all. I'm sorry. I let them show up at my crib. I would be like, okay, tell you what, I want to take your questions just 1 second. Let me go in the house. And I'd come outside with the biggest bullhorn and be like, wah! And hold it as long as I could and drown all of them out. I'd fight fire with fire. I would just start until they'd be like, okay, it's not even worth it. He's about to bust our eardrums, you know, or just start dancing to all of their screaming. You never listen to me. Oh, now you're mocking us. Now you're mocking us. Mm-hmm. Jamming. Yeah, I would do something like that to just piss them off. Yeah, make them extremely mad. Have them stomping. Because you know what happens when people see people throwing a temper tantrum? Either you shut down, walk away, or you say, oh, I see you're acting like a big baby. Hey, everybody, come over here. Look at the big babies crying. All right, everybody on one. Cry, baby, cry. Cry, baby, cry. Yeah, have a good time laughing at them because they don't have the maturity to approach you like an adult. It's ridiculous. And it's a bad look for the left. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to backfire like it already has started when it comes down to these November elections. Because reasonable people do not like this approach. Watching it makes my stomach turn. I'm thinking, if that's me and I'm a professional and I got to make a decision that requires some type of logic, reasoning skills, fairness, anything like that, and I got to be confronted with an angry mob of women or men screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs, that is something I would not want to happen to me. So why would I want it to happen to anybody else? And that's Republican or Democrat. But once again, you're dealing with the left that they don't have any logic and it's just nonsense. But you know my motto, you just can't make sense out of nonsense. Anyway, you've been talking to Kevin in Kevin's Corner. Find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, check me out on Wednesday nights at 7:30. Also, if you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do so. Hit like, hit share, hit the notification button. And finally, check out my sponsor, Extreme Tees. I don't have a shirt on today. I'm sorry, y'all. But normally I do. And their shirts are great. You want to take a look at them. They have them for all shapes, sizes, colors, you name it. In the bottom are the links. All right? See you next time in Kevin's Corner. And I better not see any of y'all on TV talking about, you don't like women, you What do you want? You want to see women raped? Is that what you want to see? Asking the dumbest questions in the whole wide world. The whole wide world. And I can't make sense out of that nonsense. God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.